just sitting here listening to Beto O'Rourke speaking at his kickoff rally, I have to say he is a really good speaker, okay? Is saying a lot of really good things. Very impressed with what he is saying. So we'll have to see how it goes. But he's definitely, if not this time around, he's definitely a key runner for presidential down the line. Okay, but we'll see how he does this time. But very, very, very good speaker. Really has a lot of good ideas. Of course, it's a little over the top. You know, when you get in, it's we have a lot of good ideas, a lot of things we'd love to see done, but you got to have the House and the Senate both behind you in order to get anything through. And this is the problem we had, you know, before. You get somebody good in like Obama, but you get the House or the Senate that's Republican, and they stonewall everything. They don't let anything go through. And again, this is why it is so important to vote for every single chance you have to vote. Because if you don't have the people in the House and the Senate, I don't care how good the president is, nothing gets done. We've seen that time and time again. What happened when Obama was in, when he wanted to put a judge in place? What happened? They stonewalled it for over a year. Okay? And instead of having the rightful judge that should have been in place, we wound up with you know what. Okay? It's time to say enough is enough. You cannot allow the Republicans to continue to run over you, run roughshod, use basically illegal measures. Okay? Everything they've done. They don't care, hook or crook, it doesn't matter. As long as they get what they want, they will use every underhanded method they can do. They run the dirtiest campaigns. They'll take help from Russia. Okay? Because Russia knows they'll get a payoff in the end. Okay? So it is so important to get out there and vote, to change the voting laws, that we no longer let them gerrymander districts. We no longer let them run over with these electoral votes, where if you happen to live in California, your vote is only worth 1/6 of what it is in Montana. 1 out of 6 get their vote counted maybe in California, versus Montana votes equals 2 votes. Okay? 1 vote in Montana is 6 of that's wrong. Okay? There's something severely wrong. And their justification, well, there's a lot more people live in California. Well, what does that matter where they live? 1 person, 1 vote. One person, 1 vote. It doesn't matter where you live. Because more people live in California than live in Montana, they should get punished. Montana should be put on a pedestal. Okay? So this inequality needs to end. We need to keep fighting, say no more, get out there and vote and vote and vote. And stop these holes that are in the system that are allowing the Republicans to run roughshod over elections, to skew the House, to skew the Senate, When they get in, then they allow nothing else to be done. And when there is a question about one of their people, then, oh, you know, they're so unfair. Everybody's so unfair. You know, this has to end. This double standard needs to end. Okay? And the only way it's going to end is if we get the House and the Senate and the presidency, so that we can finally put in some decent laws and stop this illegality that the Republicans have been involved in for years and years and years. Don't forget, they call this a democracy. It's not a democracy. This is a republic run by Republicans. Okay? Remember what they call democracy. Democrats are mob rule. Mob rule. Okay? Everything has always been skewed towards Republicans, those with money. The way that this was set up was skewed from the beginning. And it's time to right it and finally make it, yes, mob rule. Those ruffians, those horrible mass of people that are not the 1%. Okay. Let's fix it so you cannot buy your way into office any longer. Special interest groups where they cannot buy their way into lobbying positions. Those dirty deals under the table that have been going on for so long. We need to pick a good ticket to go forward, and everybody needs to vote. So that we can turn this around. So I'm going to leave this here and get back to watching Beto O'Rourke. Really, he's got a lot of good things to say, but it's ineffective if we don't get the House and the Senate as well. Doesn't matter who gets in. If we don't vote the House and the Senate, control of the House and the Senate, they stonewall everything. So don't forget, any chance you get to vote, 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 vote. I don't care, the worst Democrat is better than the best Republican at this point in time. I hate to say that. Okay? So let's see where we can go with this. I'll see you online. Aho.